Early in the sunrise light, we walk around and check the flowers. The boys picking one for me always, and then I must put it behind my ear. We check on the bird nest in our hibiscus tree. The babies are learning to balance on the branches. Midday, all the butterflies are dancing around the flowers, looking for the pollen that hasn't been eaten by the bees. Jesse finally catches a butterfly in his little hands and brings it over to show me. In the evenings, as the sun is setting, we walk up and down our farm road, checking for leafcutter ants, and exploring the earth under all the plants and rocks for grasshoppers, earthworms, and sometimes big lizards. Some evenings, the dragonflies are so numerous, it feels like they are swarming around you. The boys climb the papaya tree and see who can touch the lowest papaya. And then, as the darkness settles in, the fireflies start blinking their sparkly, magic lights all throughout our pastures and around the gardens. The frogs start singing, and of course the geckos come out to hunt bugs around any light that is on. Bienvenidos, welcome, and thank you for joining us for Season 4, Episode 7 of the Panafamilia podcast with Eduardo and Nicole, where we discuss our experience relocating to and raising our 3 young children here in Panama, share our journey of building our new farm and home here in Central America, and let you know what we're learning along the way. We're glad you're here. Vámonos!
Hey everyone, welcome to the show.
Hey guys.
We're back.
Happy day. Happy day that you're listening to this. Happy Monday or Tuesday or whatever. It's Sunday for us.
Sunday for us. Just a quick little what's going on.
Yeah, first I want to start by apologizing for last week's episode. The Panama City trip. I feel like I told Eddie when I was editing it and listening to it, I was like, man, that episode was kind of a snore. I think part of it was I had allergies that day, and you can probably hear it. And so I think I was sniffling, and I was just like tired, and my voice just sounded like really boring. So I apologize if you listened to that one for how boring it was. So I'm going to try and pep up this episode a bit, and I'm drinking coffee. But I think part of the problem is sometimes we do this in the afternoon during that's usually when we do it during our quiet time, and so sometimes we're a little
too relaxed
and just whatever, and it sounds like we just
took a nap
or
gonna take a nap,
smoked a doobie or something.
Very illegal in Panama, by the way.
Yes, me and Jude were actually having a drug conversation last night. So.
But I just got back from Belize and Guatemala, and Nicole had a good, lovely week here.
Yeah, it went fine. It's obviously a little harder when you're gone, but I feel like each trip gets a little bit easier as long as everything goes perfectly. As long as nothing goes wrong with the cows and everyone's healthy and no random thing needs to, as long as there's no one working on the house either, that makes it easier.
We left on the worst possible time. I took an evening flight and I spent the night in Panama City, so we left at 3, and around 1:30, I was like, Nicole, there's a huge storm coming.
Oh, when I dropped you off, yeah.
From the mountains. And I was like, I don't think this one's going to sway left or right.
It's just coming straight at us.
So then it just covered us within an hour, and it was
I was like, bring the car in the garage, so we can make a quick exit.
It was so dark, and I was just like, oh, maybe it won't rain, and it was just pouring.
And then right before we left, you were like, I think it's letting up. Like, and then I come outside and just get soaked just trying to get into the car.
It was very...
drive, yeah.
And then I was like, oh, well, maybe we'll get to the highway. And it's a fast-moving storm and maybe it's already stopped raining. It was a long storm, a lot of rain.
But we're also trying, in the middle of like filling in some cracks and repainting the dome, or at least repainting some problem areas. So like, we don't like to be gone from the house when it's raining. I'll just say that. We like to be here to make sure like everything's okay.
A-okay.
And luckily these storms usually only last like 30 minutes. And then it's like, all right, you can kind of wipe up, dry the windows, and then just get back to like your whatever you were doing. Yeah. But if you're not here and you come back at like, we got home at like 8, me and the boys, and kind of had to deal with that. But then it was like sunny all week and nice. So today we decided to do something fun that I don't know that we've done before. Is like a day in the life with our family here on our farm.
And I think it'll be good because there'll be a lot of banter, a lot of jokes.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm going to keep it very serious.
She's very serious.
I will not be joking in this episode.
She's a tough hang sometimes. We're going to have an episode on a marriage too. So.
Yeah, we thought we'd do a marriage episode.
I'm going to blink and just say, save me. Just kidding. Everyone thinks I've held her hostage.
Yes, some of your family members have suggested that before. Like, why is she with you? And I'm like, that's actually like more insulting to me. I feel like I'm the moron that married you because like something's obviously wrong with you according to them.
Yeah.
But no, him and his siblings really like to give each other a hard time.
Yeah. So let's start it off. So
day in the life.
So we'll start it off with whoever wakes up first, and who wakes up first every morning. Now, for the past 3 years,
Nicole
Trujillo wakes up at what time?
Usually before 6.
She wakes up pretty early.
Well, yes, I usually set an alarm for like 5:45, and especially this time of year where it's towards around the summer solstice, the sun does come up earlier. But as we get closer to December. Same with anyone in the northern hemisphere, our days get a little shorter, so it's darker, so I probably wouldn't get up early, but yeah, I get up. Usually we have our windows open, so I wake up and like hear the birds and the sunrise through our bedroom window, which is really beautiful. I get up and make coffee and get like a snack going for the boys, usually whether it's oatmeal or like banana bread that I've made or something, and I go around and like open the windows if they're not open, turn on the fans. We try to leave everything off other than stuff in our room at night because of our solar. Battery only, lasts for so long if there's no sun. So I turn stuff back on, usually check the battery, get coffee going, and then the boys are not allowed to come out of their room until 6:30.
The boys are early risers, so they're probably up part of the same time as Nicole. But we tell them you can't come out of your room until 6:30.
Yeah, which I'm not sure. I mean, they go to bed by 8 usually. So they're getting a good amount of sleep, but like they just, especially Jude, he's like, I gotta get up. Like I'm gonna miss something, and I'm like, what? Like you're not going to school? Like what are you? He just always thinks he's missing out on something if he's not.
So the boys have a don't leave the room until 6:30, and I have a you got to get out of bed by a certain time because you're sleeping in too much.
Well, you also have cows to get to and coffee to drink, right?
Yeah.
Don't you want to get your coffee?
So I wake up a little bit later, like 6:15, 6:30 at the latest. And she's been giving me a hard time for that. Because
he had to get up so early for so many years as a breeder that now, he just wants to sleep in.
It's the first time in my life where I don't have an alarm clock. So
yeah.
I sleep until 6:30 at the latest.
And that's even on the weekends. Like on the weekends I just don't set an alarm, but I'm still getting up by like 6 usually, which honestly is fine. It is the most beautiful time of day here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
If you miss it, you've missed out. Like if we didn't get up till 8, like you miss like the coolest, freshest, most beautiful, peaceful, quiet time of the day. before the sun's, shining down everywhere, it just comes up over the trees and it's still fresh and you can hear all the birds waking up. And I love getting up early. And usually we go and have our coffee out on our terraza.
So this is a dual perspective. So Nicole's preparing the coffee, getting everything ready, and then I come out, just take a quick swig of water, and I'm like, is the coffee ready?
And then you just sit down and wait while I'm like hustling around making oatmeal and cutting up cheese and fruit for the boys and stuff. And it is what it is. That's how it goes in the morning. And I've learned to like not be like, why aren't you gonna come over here and help me? It is what it is.
So yeah, then we get our drinks and then we go out to terraza, and we'll just drink coffee for 20 minutes.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes. I like to make I've been putting sugar in my coffee for the last, month?
Yeah,
which I never did before. And I also do collagen. And then usually I'll make steamed foam too, just to keep the coffee hot longer. So I make a nice little latte, but Eddie's just classic.
Coffee with a splash of milk.
Coffee with milk.
Yeah.
And I don't know, lately I haven't been going out there because the bugs have been getting my ankles a little bit. So sometimes I'll just come back and sit in bed and watch the sunrise through the window, and I'll read my Bible and have a little quiet time too.
If it just rained, there could be some chitres there in the morning.
Yeah.
But during the dry season, there's never any.
Not during the dry season, but now moving into this. And it's that time of day. Dawn and dusk are when they come out the most. And that's usually when it's nicest to sit out there. But then all you got to do is put on some socks or a pair of pants or something, and it's fine. And
then it's off to work. This is where we separate. I'll go to the milk barn and go start doing cow stuff, which is basically milk the cows and just check everyone. Mm-hmm. And then move, if I got to move them, just kind of any random.
Mm-hmm. Check out our cattle episode we did a couple weeks ago where he really goes into detail about his daily routine, I guess. Daily routine with the cows. And
I'm assuming Nicole's just over here just drinking a mimosa.
Yeah, I make a mimosa after you go out
there. Just living the high life. Relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, getting all three boys are massaging my feet.
That's what I figured was happening while I was gone.
Usually one or two of the boys will go with him, and then the other ones stay here, and the boys are either usually they're playing, whether that's inside or outside, they just find something to play, and I'll finish up my quiet time, and then usually I try and take a little short walk. Since we do have a long road from the main road down to our farm, it's a nice... If I go up and down it 3 times, it's almost a mile, about 15 minutes. So usually I'll try and do that and just get a little movement in and before I start making breakfast. And then I get into breakfast, and usually we eat breakfast by 8 a.m. So sometimes I'll wait, or if I have something else I want to get started on, Eddie will make breakfast. So that's kind of up in the air. Sometimes I'll make something quick for me and the boys. And sometimes he likes to make himself a fancy scramble with jalapenos and onions and tomatoes and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, I like that sometimes, but a lot of times I'm just I just want to make something quick and simple and not spend a bunch of time cooking. So yeah, that kind of changes. But usually it's eggs, cheese, fruit, orange juice, bread or tortillas, sort of meat, breakfast meat. Yeah, bacon, ham, sausage, something like that. So we definitely don't skimp on breakfast.
No, and then so by the time I'm coming back, she's either made breakfast for all of us, made breakfast for herself, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we don't take much of a break in the morning. We don't really waste that much time.
No. Once we finish breakfast, it's straight into cleanup and move.
Yeah, we clean up really quick, and then
we don't have a dishwasher, so we usually do all the dishes after each meal.
Yeah, that way we don't get too backlogged.
Yeah.
And from that point on, we kind of just tackle an outdoor project, or I'll go to the office and work.
Yeah.
On whatever I got to do for my actual job on the computer.
Like if you are going, like if you have a meeting or something, you'll go take a shower and kind of like after being at the milk barn and stuff, like you get very sweaty and dirty. But if you are planning to go do outside work, then you'll just like eat breakfast and then like keep your coveralls on and get back out there. Yeah. So that kind of depends.
And most of the stuff we're doing outside is just maintenance, mowing the lawn, weed eating,
We'll do projects, yeah. I mean, you do more maintenance. I'll focus on like last week or 2 weeks ago, I worked on like a pathway project with rocks.
I've been gathering wood for our fires just to have it ready.
You'll go do that. Like garden projects, yard projects. I also do like weed eating and mowing sometimes too, but Jude really likes to do that. So the boys will be they'll work on some chores. They help with dishes and clean up and stuff like that. I do laundry in the morning. That's since we don't have a dryer, I have to do laundry and get the clothes hung up. But what I wanted to say too is like a lot of our morning is dictated by the weather. If it's like this is mostly rainy season, obviously. Dry season is pretty much the same every day. But from May to November, our day is more dictated by the weather. So like if we wake up and it's raining and dreary and cloudy outside, that changes kind of the feel of our day, I guess.
Yeah, if it's like sunny, we really get after it outside.
Mm-hmm.
If it's rainy and dreary, we do like the bare minimum.
Right.
Like,
and turn everything off in the house we'll do more inside stuff with the kids and just kind of.
We don't have too many mornings where it rains, but you do have them maybe once every 2-3 weeks, feels like.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, depends, like getting closer to rainy season.
Yeah.
So I do, me and the boys one of the boys is always usually helping me with something, whether it's like transplanting trees or pruning or, we have so much pruning to do during the rainy season, and then we take it to the cows, and then we'll pick up leaves. And honey? We also this is when we do schoolwork, and that's not the same every day, but we do school with the kids, and that's mostly like reading, math, writing.
The virtual classes. Yeah,
on Thursdays Jude has a Spanish class, and then they each have a virtual class, so Thursday are like class days for them. And then, midday we get to lunchtime.
Yeah, then we get to lunchtime, and we all start kind of gravitating towards the main dome, and lunch is fairly simple. We either have leftovers from the night before, or we cut up a bunch of like salami and cheese.
If we have a lot of bread, if I've done bread recently, then we'll do sandwiches. So it's either sandwiches, leftovers, or like kind of like a
very low, nothing too intensive to make, just kind of quick.
Right, something you can
either warm it up or you just throw some meat and cheese on top of the bread.
Yeah.
And then that's when we all start taking showers, and then we try to do. Like, the reason we want to do we go so hard in the morning is because on the sunny days, it is pretty hot.
Once you get to the middle of the day.
Once you get to like 11 o'clock, it starts getting hot, and like the sun just is really strong here.
Yeah.
So
you can't be out all day in the sun. You're just... Especially you.
Yeah, I die.
Your heat stroke issues.
Yeah, heat stroke. I've had so many heat strokes.
Or heat stress.
Heat stress.
Issues.
So then we all start taking showers to cool down.
And clean up. The boys, they're playing in the dirt. They're sweating. They're with the animals. They're not coming inside until they've washed up.
And then I forgot to say it. Depending how sunny it is, and usually there's a certain time in the morning where I initiate what I call cool dome.
Oh yeah, cool dome.
And basically the cool dome is we're drawing enough power from the sun that we can basically run the ACs and still keep charging our batteries with not a problem.
The two ACs.
The two ACs. So what I do is I turn on the two ACs, close all the windows, put the fans on the hallways to shoot cool air into the main dome.
Because the ACs are in the bedrooms.
And that's basically cool dome, and it gets the house really cold. Really cool.
Cool. He likes to go really hard for the cool, and I'm just like, I don't want to be freezing in the room. And so when he's not here, I do cool dome at like 27 Celsius. And when he's here, cool dome is literally like 20 degrees.
20 degrees Celsius, 23 degrees Celsius.
Cool dome.
So,
Initiate cool dome. Our wireless network is called Star Dome, so we really go with the dome theme.
but cool dome is a very important process of the day, because once we take that shower for cooling down at nap time, we want to come into a nice cool
it is
dome.
It is nice to come in when it's fresh. Yeah. And you can like put on, like right now I'm wearing like pants and I have a blanket on.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I mean, it's colder in our dome because our dome's the smallest. Then the boys would be the next coolest because they have an AC, but like their dome's just, I mean, it's only 3 feet wider, but that means it's 3 feet taller, and and they have a bigger closet. But then the main dome, it's cool, but like it definitely is warmer because there's no AC in there. So like as you move throughout the house, you get your microclimates.
Yeah, but I mean you can still hang out in the living room, the main dome.
And the fans are on in there. It's fine.
Yeah. So have lunch, and then we start
heading into quiet time.
And quiet time is trying to put our youngest, Gene, into nap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's 4, and he usually takes a nap. Today he
decided not to.
Isn't, which is weird because we went to the beach this morning and his eyes look very tired. But
very tired.
I think they were playing Yahtzee and he heard them shaking the dice around. So one of us is reading to Gene and puts him down. The other one, usually I'll read to the other 2 boys. And we do a lot of read alouds here. So usually we're reading a chapter book all together. And then we also have other books we read. So we do reading, and then the other boys. What I've been starting to do now is doing more schoolwork actually at quiet time versus in the morning. Because Jude is really good about sitting down with books and like kind of just being quiet and hanging out by himself, but Jesse is not. And so I feel like I have to give him like, okay, here, do your, copy this, do this copywriting, or work on this workbook, or color this or something. Whereas when Jude was Jesse's age, I could just say, here's a pile of 5 books, sit on the couch, look at them, don't talk for an hour.
Yeah.
And he would do it. But Jesse's like not
doing
that. So I've started doing some more schoolwork during that time. So they do writing, tracing, math, coloring, like some activities. And I do work with them, but like a lot of it is like I'll show them something and then kind of leave them to it, and kind of I'll be doing the dishes and helping them, or like working on something else and helping them. So our school is definitely not, our homeschool is definitely not like very intensive, but it's very reading focused and lots of conversations, which is just happening at all times, all the time, constantly.
They're always asking stuff about this or that, and it's funny, like you like back off of them as far as like trying to slam stuff on them, but they like naturally just like are interested in learning stuff.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Like with the math, like how they've just kind of like, we showed them the concepts of math, and then they just started doing it.
They're all really into numbers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like kind of for each
and they
of
would
their ages.
pretty much all they want us for is to confirm whether they're right or wrong.
Right, yeah.
But yeah.
Jude I got him this book called How Things Work, and he's like, just always has it on him. He takes it everywhere with him. He's always reading it, and then he's regurgitating that information to us. And when you're always with your kids, it can get overwhelming. But this is like the lifestyle that we chose. We don't have a lot of places to like send them, quote unquote. They're not leaving for school, so like they are with us a lot, and it does get taxing sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like, can we just have some little silence?
Yeah. So there are times when we have to be like, okay, let's just take a little break from talking. Like, you can't just be like telling me stuff all day long.
Well, that's usually going to go around 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Yeah. So that is one of the reasons actually why we do have this quiet time, because if we didn't, it would just be nonstop.
So yeah, during this time, Jean should be napping, Jesse and Jude should be like reading and just amongst
or
to
playing
themselves,
a game,
or even just resting if they ever wanted to.
Yeah.
And that's when I usually keep working on my laptop for any work stuff. Nicole takes a break or tries to take a break without anyone always at her toes asking for something.
This is when we make our afternoon coffee. I'll like edit the podcast, or I'll like work on the website, or I'll read a book, or I'll like catch up on emails, or message my mom or my friends or something, like just stuff that we can't really do the rest of the day, because I don't like being on my phone and computer with the boys. So this is really the only time that I can be. So
we'll do that, and
we also talk a lot during this time.
Like you and me?
Well, yeah, me and you. Like, you'll be sitting in the office, and I'll finally get into the bedroom. I'll sit down and, like, drink my coffee, pull out my phone or my laptop, or pull out a book. And then one of us, usually you, is like, hey, so blah, blah, blah. Like, let's start a conversation. And sometimes it's nice. Most of the time it's nice, but sometimes I'm like, baby, like, please, like, I don't, like, because a lot of time, not a lot of times, but there are days where he'll be in the office a lot, and I come in here and finally get a moment of silence, and then he's like, oh, great, she's here, like, I can talk to her now.
I've been looking at a laptop for 5 hours.
Yeah, this is when we have, like, silly conversations, or we catch up on, like, financial home conversations, or like you'll tell me about work trips that you're scheduling, and I'm like, you can only tell me one at a time because I'm not going to remember. So yeah, it's
fun. I'll tell her something I saw on Reddit, and she's just like, why? What?
What you're doing in here? Working, quote unquote, working. And I can like see him through his office window, looks out on the greenhouse. So if I'm working out in the garden, like the actual vegetable garden a lot.
Oh, you're actually looking at me?
Sometimes I'll look in and like, I'm like, what? Is he actually working in there?
A lot of times, as your confession, I'm just sitting and just watching a movie on my laptop.
Shut up! You're so stupid.
So yeah, I'll keep working. Nicole will be just here taking a nap, leisurely.
Oh my gosh.
Just taking it easy, drinking another mimosa. And then around 4 o'clock, then the kids get to finally watch TV at 3.
Yeah. They have TV time,
for 1 hour.
Or sometimes 2 hours.
Sometimes 2 hours. And then around 4, between 4 and 4:30, I'll stop working on my computer, and then I'll go back out to the cows to separate for the night.
And that's all depending on what I'm making for dinner. Sometimes I'll get up at like 3. I'll go like start like the pasta sauce or the curry or the meat or something and get it in the oven, and then come back in here and keep doing whatever I was doing. Or if it's like an easier dinner, I'll start cooking at like 4. Like if it's like tonight, it's like sausage and baked potatoes, so that I don't need to start that early.
So yeah, separate the calves. Just clean up a little bit from the coffee we had and stuff like that.
Yeah, snacks or whatever. The boys usually want a little snack. Every time the TV turns off, like Jesse comes in, he's like,
I was like, I'm hungry.
Mommy, I'm hungry.
Yeah, everyone's hungry all of a sudden.
They come out of their hypnosis. You can like see it.
Yeah. So then everyone will go back outside, and then that's usually...
Let's tell the only shows that we really let them watch are like Curious George, Magic School Bus, that's a new one. Shaun the Sheep was a big one for a while.
Shaun the Sheep was good.
They started watching Spidey and His Amazing Friends, but like we try and limit that because then all they want to do is like fight each other.
Yeah.
Even though like Spidey and His Amazing Friends is like very
childish
still. Jude used to watch PJ Masks a lot, but what's another one? What was before George? Before they started watching George? Oh, they were into Number Blocks for a while, which is how they really all got into...
Cat in the Hat had a show, remember?
Oh, yeah, they would watch Cat in the Hat.
What's Super Wings? Super Wings
is they'll still watch that a lot, and they love that because like every episode they travel to a different country, which I think is really cool. So all the shows they watch are like educational, cartoons, for kids. And I love Curious George because it's realistic and it teaches them something, and it's calm. It's just like normal, calm people. It's not like fighting and annoying songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then every now and then we'll do a movie. But
And then Jude's been getting into sports lately, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, like basketball and soccer with you.
Yeah, he's been wanting to watch more.
But he watches that with you, not like by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so the boys turn that off and they all go outside.
And that's usually when we play basketball, soccer, they'll just walk around. Nicole and I have our evening drink, which has been...
Yeah, which is kind of like, it's usually like before dinner.
Yeah, like right before dinner.
Right before we eat dinner.
I always make the drink like in the process of...
Dinner.
Yeah. And the drink is 4 or 5 ice cubes, some rum, 2 limes.
Not just any rum.
Oh, not just any rum. Abuelo rum. 7 years of Abuelo rum.
It's very good.
There's a 12-year that I saw that I was going to buy this week, but they didn't let me go through the connection zone.
At the airport.
The airport. So I want to try the 12-year. And then, that's what it started off with.
Was what?
Was just the ice, rum, and lime.
Fresh squeezed lime.
Yeah,
we cut up like 6 limes.
And then we just started getting real creative with it.
Then we started adding...
Sparkling water. And then the past month or so...
Not just any sparkling water.
Pellegrino.
Oh,
Pellegrino.
I think it's Pellegrino, yeah.
Pellegrino water. And then about a month ago, they started bringing the palm juice to Price Mart. So we've been splashing that in there.
Yeah, that's good. And then I'll throw like a mint leaf in every now and then.
Yeah.
From our mint bush.
And I don't want to sound like alcoholics, but we drink one every night of the week.
We do, yeah.
I say that with no shame.
I mean, to me, it's like we started doing the rum and lime in dry season when like the nights were warmer. Because we used to do like, a glass of wine with dinner or a glass of wine before dinner. And then we started doing the rum and lime, and now we just haven't brought the wine back in. So instead of a glass of wine,
we just haven't had the cold weather yet, or the cooler.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few nights where I wouldn't mind a glass of red wine, like if we get like a nice meal, usually we'll buy a bottle of wine. But like, I don't know, I just prefer that now. It's refreshing. That's
the biggest thing. It's refreshing.
And when you add the sparkling water with the bubbly, like it's
really good.
It's really good, and the boys know that's like we go sit out in the terraza again and watch the cows and talk and
goof around.
Yeah, just chit chat and be silly, and the boys
talk about whatever random thing for the day.
Eventually goes back to cows. Usually.
Then it will go back to the cows. We can be talking about the Strait of Hormuz, and then it'll go back to a cow.
Yeah, and then I usually go serve up the plates for dinner, and then we eat. And so we have an outdoor table and an indoor table, and just depending on our mood or how stuffy and hot it is, some evenings it's fresher, other evenings it's like, oh man, it's real humid out here, so we'll sit at our indoor table, which is like a low table, so we all like squat down.
Yeah, and then I think we should do like an episode on dinner, like what dinners you've made, plates.
Yeah. Because we talked about food, but we didn't really talk about what I cook. It was more like buying food. Yeah.
So dinners can be something very simple. Like tonight we're making just sausage with potatoes. Uh-huh. Not just like hot dog sausage, but like, some Argentinian chorizo and some jalapeno cheddar chorizo.
With like baked potatoes.
With baked potatoes. Yeah. But then, there's been some other really nice, more elaborate plates that she makes.
Yeah, sometimes really I'll make like a creamy potato soup with like pork belly on top and fresh bread. Guys, shh. Or curry, I make like a curry beef with rice, which I've gotten a lot better at.
Yeah, she makes a curry beef. It's really good. It's I told her today, it's like a very bad plate for proportions. Because I'm like, I need to cut my portions down. And then I'm like, that's really good. I'm going to make another bowl.
It is really good. Sometimes I'll make homemade pizza with focaccia. Sometimes, like, when we were doing fires a lot, we do a lot of, like, pork shoulder steaks from the farm with baked potatoes in the fire and, like, a salad.
Ribeyes or New Yorks or...
Yeah, but I feel like the pork shoulder steaks are always better than those.
the meat quality can be a little better.
Those steaks. I don't know. Those steaks were kind of hit and miss.
Yeah, they weren't graded, so I think that's why.
Yeah.
They're from the United States, so I expect them to be graded.
But when we would do the fires, that was always really nice, because I don't know, it's just the smell. Like it'd be a breezy evening, you get the smell of, like the wood fire, and we're having a drink by the fire. And I forgot to mention, we have to get our laundry down too. That's part of like the afternoon routine.
Yeah, especially when we see a storm coming.
Yeah, if we see a storm coming, we go out and get them earlier, like before we start quiet time. But that's. And the boys actually are in charge of getting their own clothes, so I just say everyone go get their laundry, they get their clothes, I get all ours, we bring those in and make sure, like, the last thing you want is to spend all day drying clothes in the sun and then them to get all wet from rain because you didn't bring them in time.
Yeah,
so
that's right. That would be very frustrating.
And I thought not having a dryer was going to be like so inconvenient and like time consuming, but it actually makes me just like more efficient, I feel like, with laundry. We don't wash all of our clothes every day. I mean, I wear my same work shorts for like 4 days. Usually you wear your coveralls. The boys are the ones who you go through their clothes a lot more, but they're smaller. But as we take them down, we fold them up and then we bring them inside in a basket, and then usually we put them away either that day or the next day. So there's no like piles and baskets full of like messy laundry. And that was always something that would happen in Turlock with the dryer. Because you just pull them out of the dryer, you throw them in the basket.
Yeah,
I mean, I remember you, before we got married, like, you would just pull your clothes from the basket, like, all wrinkled, right?
Typical single dude. Just like,
Yeah.
I would dry it and just like, that's my drawer.
There's my drawer.
That's just where I get my clothes.
So, like, they go straight from the laundry line, folded into the basket, into the drawers, or hung up, or whatever. And I have learned some really good techniques of making sure clothes dry better. Like, we put a lot of our shirts on hangers and the way we hang our towels and stuff. So, yeah, it's funny just...
Going back in time.
How you adjust. And honestly, like, hanging clothes and pulling them down is very calming and soothing. Especially bringing them down in the afternoon because it's, like, in the shade. And there's usually a breeze. And it's just always so quiet out there. So, like, I've just learned to, like... really just enjoy some of these tasks, like doing dishes. You look out our back window when you're doing the dishes towards our creek. If the cows are back there, you see the birds.
Yeah, you got a good view while you're doing dishes.
It's really pretty. And I remember when we were building the dome, standing there and looking out, being like, oh, I can't wait to like stand here and like do dishes and look out and have this view, So like you just have to like, and a lot of times I tell myself like, if we weren't doing all this stuff, like what would be taking up our time? You know?
Yeah.
Like more time staring at a phone. Like
I guess that's basically it.
Yeah.
So then eventually the sun goes down around 6:30.
So post dinner, dishes, activities. Like boys go play again a little bit.
Yeah, and then as the sun starts going down, we'll start giving the kids showers and us showers and getting ready for the night.
Usually we all take like a little walk. Up the road again, like to do that after dinner. But yeah, then outdoor showers, hopefully before the sun goes down. Yeah,
sun goes down, and then we just start bringing the energy down, brush teeth.
We have only red lights in the house now, for the most part. So like that also helps to keep, especially because it gets dark so early here.
Yeah, it's
like either 6:30 or 7. It's dark, and like you need lights, and like coming into like white lights all over the house is not going to relax anybody. So
yeah, and then we'll read to the kids and then put them down. It'll probably be 7:45 to 8ish.
Yeah, we all read, sing songs, pray.
Yeah. And then one of us will sing to them.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to the bedroom, and then we'll have a few hours to ourselves.
Yeah. I'll come in here first some nights because he'll put the kids to bed or he'll sing to them. Then I come in here and I'll like turn on like very relaxing music. I have my red light on. I'm reading a book and it's just like, oh, who can say what? Like Enya's playing or whatever. Yeah. And then he comes in, he's like, oh, hey, baby, like throws his clothes off. body slams onto the bed, shakes me around, opens up his phone, blue light blaring in my face, and then immediately just goes to like WWE like videos of like The Rock or like Hulk Hogan. And I'm like, did you not read the vibe like when you walked in the room?
I'm trying to calm down before bedtime.
That's how you calm down. If it's when does Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart's on Tuesdays. Well, Mondays, and we watch it on Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's really the only thing we watch together. Sometimes you'll like watch whatever show I'm watching.
Yeah, she'll be watching The Office.
Yeah.
She's in The Office right now.
I'm like a show gal, and you're just like a whatever's I'm scrolling through guy.
Whatever the feed's feeding me.
Yeah, which I don't like to do that. I feel like I'm being too controlled.
The algorithm's feeding me.
I mean, there are definitely times I get lost in scrolling, but I hate it. Like after like 15 minutes, I'm like, I just wasted 15 minutes of my life, you know? But there are some funny people on there, and I'll get caught up in watching their videos or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, I need to stop. And then, so usually I'll watch a couple episodes, whatever show I'm watching. If I'm on a book, usually I'm always reading a book too, so I'll read a little bit. This year I'm doing only classical literature, other than a couple other books I've read, but I made a list of classic literature that I'm trying to get through, and it's been really fun and enlightening. So I'm on Emma right now. I read The Grapes of Wrath, which was like surprisingly like really good, and we talked about that one a lot because he's read East of Eden by the same author. It's just been really, really cool to read some of those old books.
If you want to know the gap between my education level and my wife's education level, as she has a list of classical literature to read, I have a classical list of YouTube clips to watch.
Stupid. No, it's because there's books that you read that you were given in school to read that I never read, you know? Yeah. Like you said you read Of Mice and Men, and you read Beowulf, and you read Pride and Prejudice and stuff like...
I hated that book, by the way. Love Of Mice and Men.
Yeah, but like you... And I went to a private school where like we didn't read a lot of that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, like, I always tell you, like, I spent my entire senior year trying to go through Romeo and Juliet because they decided the art teacher was going to be the English teacher, and she was horrible. Sorry, Mrs. Whatever.
Shots fired.
Well, everyone knew it. It was like... Sometimes, they would just be like, oh, we don't have anyone, like, going through the list, like, who can we throw in for, like, senior English? All right. She has an open period. Let's see what she can do. And it was just like, oh my
Nicole's probably read like 100 times more books than me, but I feel like my pounds per book, like the books I've read, like have all been really good books.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I mean, that's going to happen if you don't read that much. Like you've read what, like 25 books maybe?
Not even. I think
he read a book. The book I gave you, what's it called? The Adventure Man, or
Adventure Man.
Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart.
I'm trying to look at it.
We're looking at it right now.
I got a book for the boys, and I gave it to him because I thought he might like it, not thinking he would read it.
It's a picture book.
But you read it on he went to Holland and had a really long flight, and so he read it on like the whole flight back and said it was a really, really good book.
It was 10 hours there and 10 hours back, so...
You're like, I finished it, and I was like, oh, wow.
And I read some of it before I left.
No, yeah, you did. You were. But, like, you don't come in here and open a book. You come in here and...
Open my phone.
Body slam and open your phone.
Saving Private Ryan. But that's a typical day. The only things that can throw it off the rhythm of a typical day are the weather, if the surf is really good... I did want to say, like, sometimes we'll randomly go to the beach in the middle of the week in the morning. Right? Yeah.
Or, like, you'll go with Jude or by yourself, or we'll all go for, like, a couple hours.
Or if there's some, like, random place we have to go to.
Right. Like,
It's always David, somewhere in David.
Yeah, like a special appointment for something that we have to go do, photos or some sort of residency thing or something. Fridays, we always go grocery shopping. Saturdays, we usually do more just like outside work and then try and do something fun maybe, or we'll have like a nice dinner in the evening.
Saturday's a toss-up. I always feel like Saturday is like, like for me, if the surf isn't good, I just kind of view it as another catch-up work day for the house mainly, not for work, but for like the house.
Yeah, you've gotten better about that.
Especially if like I have like 3, 4 days, 5 days where I worked all day in the office, I kind of want to
not be in the office.
Yeah, and then but there's some Saturdays where the surf's good, the weather's good, let's all go to the beach.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then Sunday is probably like the one day where it's just like we're not gonna do.
We don't set alarms. We usually try and do like family church outside or inside with like singing and Bible verses and reading and stuff and prayer.
I do the bare minimums for cow.
Right.
Yeah.
Just milking usually.
Milking, yeah.
And then we usually almost always go to the beach unless it's like really cloudy or dreary.
Yeah.
And then we don't do any. We try not to do any, like we don't do yard work. We don't do laundry. I don't vacuum. Like the only thing we do are dishes. Like we have a commitment to like not work on that day, so we know it's a day of rest, which is today.
Yeah, and that way
we shouldn't even be talking to
Mondays.
honestly.
Like we're working overtime right now. It's a Sunday. But yeah, I mean that's kind of the only things I really throw.
Yeah. I did want to say like during dry season when more visitors are coming here, we do have a more like busier social calendar. Like we'll go out to dinner more, we'll have people over more. It's kind of hard as we get deeper into rainy season to invite people for dinner just because
the weather.
If it ends up being like a really stormy day, like we don't have like a really great spot inside to host, and it just, it's not fun to have people over when it's pouring rain outside.
Yeah.
So we don't do that quite as much, but yeah, we do have people over sometimes, and there are some Saturdays where we'll have like a kids' day at the park, or we'll invite like a friend over.
Or we'll do something in town.
Yeah, or there'll be like a farmer's market. Sometimes they have those, or they'll have like some sort of festival that we'll go to. So those got thrown in, but like most of our days like look like this. And I mean, do you like it?
I hate it.
We're together a lot.
Yeah, we are.
A lot. Like me and you are together a lot more than we used to
Which
be.
is what is the opposite of what it used to be in California.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be home for dinner.
Afternoon. Well, you'd come home in the afternoon, but you'd usually like want to take a nap.
Yeah.
And then it'd be dinner time, and then yeah. So I don't know whoever is listening, I don't know if you know, but yeah, we didn't spend a lot of time together. Go get a drink of water then. Part of the benefit of being here is that Eddie gets to be with us more.
Yeah, I love it. I was kidding. I don't hate it. I love it.
Yeah, I know you were kidding.
No, it was more for the listeners. Yeah, no, when we lived in California, I left at 4:30 in the morning every day, and I wouldn't get back until 3, 4 in the afternoon every day. And like Nicole said, I was just tired, so I just want to take a nap for an hour or two. So basically, I was only functioning for like
afternoon and dinner time.
Afternoon and dinner time.
Usually you get home at like 1, I thought.
No, that was like on the weekends. Remember, I always had to like drop off this or pick up that.
Oh yeah, you do like extra stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was really hard to get time off, even just a day off.
Yeah. So now we're together a lot, which is was one of the main reasons we came down here. And I have outside of the traveling, I have a very flexible work schedule as long as I get my work done.
Yeah.
The only time we're really apart is when I leave. So we're together a lot, and
which is fun. I'm more of like I want space, and he's more of like I don't care if we're together all the time. I love it. But that's why we work, I think. But there definitely are times when I'm like, okay, I need space from everyone. Like, I love you, but like, you know, I can't ever do anything if someone's always with me.
Yes, yes. And she has 4 people on her all the time.
Boys.
It's like 4 ticks on her.
And I try to say it in the most loving way, and luckily he doesn't get offended or butthurt if I say, like, hey, like, you gotta leave me alone for a little bit. Like, please just leave me alone.
So that's why, I leave so often. She kicks me out, actually.
The first 2 days sometimes are, like, nice, and then after that I start to miss you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so that's a typical day here with E&N and family on the Nourish Farm Panama. A little piece of land out here in the boondocks.
Out in the boonies, out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I think that's good, right?
Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a good Sunday or whatever day of the week you're listening to. But adios, everyone.
Have a good week. Thanks for listening, as always. Ciao. Be sure to follow along with us on Instagram at Nourish Farm Panama and visit our website, nourishfarmpanama.com. If you enjoyed this episode or have found something helpful, we would greatly appreciate you leaving us a 5-star review. It would help our show reach more people, and it would mean a lot to us. Thanks so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time on the Pana Familia podcast. Ciao.